last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Ready.
They'll go again here with Akers. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Well, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 2nd and 8.
Reddick sets to throw it. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a natural for them. And they play a game within the game. You know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
That's taken on the 25. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's taken to the 26. take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Reddick. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Now Reddick. Under pressure, they got him again. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Now Reddick.
And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Ready.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
You talk about this Lions defense.
And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Jack Campbell with a pick.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. We're scoreless after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Jahmyr Gibbs. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with second. Too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. They're going to look to throw.
Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Hey, check that.
Here's Reddick to throw. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
Ready, break. Alert.
Reddick sets to pass it.
And his throw here's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Reddick. This to Laporta, right side.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Let's go now.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Another run for Gibbs here.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of this season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold their blocks just a little bit longer.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. This now a 3rd and 4.
18, Pioneer.
He'll drop to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe 1 block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
From the 24,
Reddick. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Okay.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He gets it to Addison. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will have a Vikings first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
And he's got it. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Vikings, nothing.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Alert! Alert! Unlock line! Unlock line!
Back to throw here.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
13 yards. 1st down, Lions.
Reddick sets to throw it. That's complete to Tony.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
29-yard line.
Here's Reddick.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Bronco switch.
Now Reddick.
And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the 1st half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get. Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Check mash. Check mash.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
79 Broncos.
Here's 2nd and 8. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now back to throw.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal. At the
Ready?
1-yard line.
Warriors 70. Rig alert. Rig alert. Stop below 18.
Back to throw again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Vikings.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Read option, this is Gibbs.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Reddick to throw. This caught by Royal. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Reddick sets to pass it. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Grover Stewart able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And Hawkinson going to have the Vikings first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
That'll go as a pickup of 8. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
They'll look to throw again.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And now here's another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
He's to the 15.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Ready, break.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Aleem McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Let's go now. Ready.
Looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Ready.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. They'll look to throw here.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Ready up.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
2nd and 2. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Now for the point after. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Well, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step up in this spot.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go.
It's got to have it time. 4th and 9.
79 Broncos. Trap 60, trap 60. Check smash, check smash. Warriors 70. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Okay.
2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line.
65 Not saying 19. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
19 Lions. Dragon 60. Hurt.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down.
18, pioneer. Ready,
He'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts
Here we go, here we go.
as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
First down, Lions.
Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. Let's face it. Any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So for Detroit, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA.